Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I come over here yesterday evening, had some running around to do, business to take care of, and I just come over here yesterday for about an hour or so, and I knocked down some more trees. Got a good little bit of chainsaw work to do today, but my goal is to get everything kind of out of the way to start burning. I'm gonna burn right here in this hole. I'm just gonna go ahead and saw cut the big dude right here. Man, that's a really nice tree. I may try to save some of them logs out of it. Yeah, because it's a really good ash tree. Of course, that ain't worth a crap. Really nothing else in here is worth keeping, because I'm not that far from the big sawmill, so maybe if I get that tree, it'll be maybe worth hauling over there. I don't know. But anyway, want to get all this sawed up and cut up out of the way. I may try to start burning this afternoon, not sure. Jimmy may come over here, and we're probably going to try to get that bearing off the dump truck, and probably try to get that fixed, not sure. Just see how the day goes. But yeah, this job's opening up really quick. I just wish I had a better spot to burn, but I mean, it's actually a good spot because it's already kind of a pit, but just getting the pit cleaned out. So I'm gonna get the chainsaw sharpened up and ready to go and get to cutting. I ain't ran my chainsaw in a minute. Kind of gonna enjoy it. Alright y'all, so I made a little round with a chainsaw. Really wish Jimmy was here to saw cut and I could lay stuff out of the way while he cuts. mess here. Tree down in there a little bit because it's leaning right towards that little building. I am no professional tree feller. That's kind of why I wish Jimmy was here. I could notch it and get back in the excavator and let him cut the hinge on it while I push on it. I think what I may do is cut me a little ledge to sit on and put the bucket and push it that way while I cut it. Maybe. What I want to do is get all this stuff out of my way first. Set it to the side. Stuff will be easy to get back to and throw right on the fire. So I'm kind of staging it for that. I think they was calling for rain today or later this evening. I haven't checked it. They may have already changed it, but drone does pretty cool following people around. I wish it followed equipment that well. It kind of got lost one time, but I think I kind of had it too close to me and lost me in those treetop right over there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drag that one out or not. Try to cut it from the other side once I can get to it. To swing out and hit me. Glad I was watching for it. Didn't realize it had that much pressure on it. Didn't look like it whenever I was cutting it. Alright, let's see if we can drag these out. really haven't checked the dirt to see how much clay is in it. The way it's packed around them roots, it may be good enough for a pond now. Don't know yet. Where that new pool is going to go, how far it's got to come out, I don't think I'm going to have near enough dirt. Well, I know I'm not. I'm going to have to, probably going to have to haul some in unless she's okay with me going way off down there in the bottom and digging out some of the hill. I don't know yet. That tree would have broke. Can we get down in there? Basically, I'm gonna burn right where I'm digging all this out right here. What I may do is just go ahead and saw cut those other small standing trees down in there, and that way they'll get killed with a fire. They need to come down anyway. Alright, I'm gonna finish getting this cleaned out and go around to the other side and set all that stuff I got cut over there out to the side. I gotta cut a couple more tops out over there on that side, and I'll be able to fish the rest of that stuff out of there. It should be. All right, now we're to the sketchy part. It's kind of hard to tell how deep that ravine is and how big this tree is, but you'll know once I stand up next to it. I pretty much got everything cleaned out for right now. Got a couple more cuts to make on this tree and make my way back around the other side and drag those out, but I think I'm gonna hand cut these two and a couple more down through there, and that should be open enough to burn. Probably gonna have to take out that one more tree right there. I hate to, but also again, a lot of that dirt is going to have to come up this way, so it's probably going to have to go anyway. What I'm afraid is I'm going to have to clear even further back. Just don't know yet. Depends on what Cindy wants. So I called Rook, and I was hoping he was at the house or close by, because I'm not far from his house. I was going to get him to come over here and cut that while I push on it. It's not, I mean, it's not that bad, but it is, the top of it is kind of curving and leaning pretty much right to the little shack there. But I think what I'll do is so I'll cut me a kind of a bench right in here to sit on and put some weight going yonder way, and it should be fine. I was going to try to push it that way, but I think I'll be safer the more that way I go. So let's get set up to knock this bad dude down. All right, I got my face notch cut in there. I forgot to film any of it, but what I'm gonna do is I usually like to do a bore cut, bore cut it and then cut the back strap. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the tree, and I'm going to start from the back side and just cut into it and leave a pretty thick hinge. That way I know I've got control. And when I think I've got enough of it cut, I'm going to come back up here on the excavator and finish pushing it on over. But the trick to this is to make sure I leave enough hinge. That way if it does set back, it's not going to break and come over on top of the excavator, which I don't think there's no way it can as high up as I'm reaching. And I just want to make sure it doesn't break and then fall that way. Which then again too, I don't think it can, but there's always that possibility. Y'all, this is one heck of a log. I sure hate to waste it. I'm gonna cut good logs out of it, the length that I know that the sawmill will take, and I'm just gonna set it to the side for right now, because if I wind up taking any more bigger ones down, it may be worth taking a trip over there, or I may just haul it to the house and save it for myself, for, you know, for it to sit there and rot. All right, got them cut up, got two 18.5 footers out of it. There's about a 5-foot piece left, not long enough for the mill to take. So yeah, it's a pretty good log, a pretty good tree. I need about 10 more of those though to make a load. I might get something out of that hickory right there. I know it's leaning curved pretty bad, but once I cut it to 9-foot sections, I'll cut a lot of that out. We'll see. Okay, so y'all don't laugh. The girl at the feed store, I asked her, I said, I need a bale of hay, and she asked me what kind or whatever. I said, just the cheapest you got, you know. I just starting a fire with it, and paid for it, and I get out there and they bring this to me. It's not hay, it's brown hay, y'all. So I just said whatever. I didn't feel like going back in and going through all that. And also I forgot my leaf blower, but this is what Carly's mama's got here, so I'm gonna try that little thing. I don't know, y'all. we may not be starting a fire this evening, but I'd like to at least get a little fire going and get me some hot coals for tomorrow. I don't need to build a big fire, but just something that I can get something rolling good tomorrow. If not, I got a bale of hay at home that I'll grab in the morning. I just forgot to grab that, and I forgot to grab my leaf blower, so let's see what we can do with this stuff. Well, my little fire is struggling. I'm gonna try to get back down in there with a leaf blower one more time, and see if I can't get it going a little bit more. If I can just get that burning, I think that will be plenty to get me by till tomorrow to get it back rolling. The little leaf blower just don't have enough oomph. About like me most days. Okay, boys and girls, we got the machine warmed up, about ready to go. I got to put some fuel in it, but here's the fire. Carly's mama sent me a picture of it last night about 8:30, and it was actually rolling on pretty good, so it looks like it finally caught up. Don't like I got any coals left though. But I did bring the other hay bale. I'll just throw it off in there and see if it'll light up. And I've got my leaf blower, but it finally did pick up and take off. I just wasn't here to keep it going a little bit, but it's fine. So I don't know how these videos are going to come out. Jimmy's up there working on the dump truck, so I'm gonna bounce back and forth with him on that, and then film down here burning and getting this stuff cleaned up. So I figure I'll get this thing stacked up and get it rolling pretty good, and then just bounce back and forth. And of course y'all can see we finally got a little bit of rain. It wasn't much really. I mean, look, just enough to get the leaves wet, which is good, because I needed it to rain a little bit. As dry as it is, you kind of get a little bit worried about catching the woods on fire. I'm not just too worried about it being down in this pit, but now that it's rained a little bit, so we should be good to get this thing stacked and really piled on here today. I want to try to get all this on the fire today, because these trees still have to come down, but that should be the last of the trees, unless I have to go back in there somewhere to try to find some dirt, because it's going to take a massive amount of dirt to do what needs to be done in here. So let's get to burning. So I'm sure some of you can tell kind of how steep this hill is. I'm trying to figure out where I can set my camera. Hold on. So yes, got my camera set up here on my control sticks for the foot pedals. Y'all can see how far I'm reaching down in there. Like I can barely even reach the fire right there. If I really can't even reach it. That hole's pretty steep. I'll try to just get this laid off in the coals. Hold on just a second. I need to get spun around so maybe I can reach down in there a little further, so I don't fall off in this thing. There we go. Yeah, like I can't even reach as far as I can reach down. It's crazy. Oh me, I hope Miss Cindy has got her checkbook ready for this much dirt that's gonna take. I tell you what, man, these women, feasibility is not in their vocabulary. I'm just kidding. She asked me if it can be done. I said, yes ma'am, whatever you want. So let me get this thing going. I sure hope that it picks back up. It should. I'm gonna go get that leaf blower, go put some fuel in this thing, and then we'll see what she's doing when I get back. Maybe. Okay, there were still a little bit of coals left down in there, but I went ahead and threw that other hay bale in there and then stacked some stuff on top of it. Put the leaf blower on it, so she should start rolling on pretty good. It sounds like I'm out of breath. I am, because trying to get up out of that hole is a whole process by itself. Collapse that a little bit, let it try to get down there on them coals. So let's start laying some stuff on this thing. Get this piled on, let it be marinating, and go up there and check on Jimmy. Make sure he ain't hurt himself or broke something else. I think he just breaking stuff to YouTube content. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. It's a dang wonder that drive shaft hasn't just come out of that dump truck, that bearing like it is. Yeah, that thing's about to get going. I really didn't want to put all these big logs on there. Old rug, carpet or something right there, it should burn. Have to get back down in there and get my leaf blower before it gets just too wild. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do that. Get this on there and get down in there and get that thing out before it melts. I'm about to go buy a new one because I mean that little leaf blower does the job, but I just get tired of trying to get the throttle set on it. Well, I kind of hate to get it out just yet though. I really want that fire to get going better. We'll wait. I had somebody ask me the other day what is my favorite job to do, and this would be it. I've said it before in the past. Land clearing is my favorite. I would rather do this than I had anything. But now, like digging that pool out and filling all that in, stuff like that, that's gonna be fun. I enjoy that. Any type of stuff like that I really enjoy. As far as the dirt work, like the church job, which we may have to go back on that, I don't know yet, because I was not happy about finding that field tile, that perforated pipe. That was the word I was looking for the other day. Wasn't just too happy with that being in the ground. They call back and say, hey, you know, this is still staying wet and flooding, this and that. I say, well, that stuff's got to come out and be all redone. But jobs like that, I mean, that wasn't a bad job. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed using that bucket. But I'd much rather be doing this stuff as I had that stuff. So yeah, let me get down in there and get that leaf blower out before it gets melted. And we're going to get this piled on, and I may have to cut that one. Maybe I can break it. I'd really like to get all this piled on and get these last little trees on the ground. I don't know how the dump truck situation's going to go and how much time that's going to take up. So yeah, this right here should be enough to last an hour or two. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want my bigger stuff to roll off just yet because I ain't got enough coals to burn them. I'll let it sit right there a minute. Okay, this time I'm for real going and getting the leaf blower. Alright, knocking a good dent in that. That should get the rolling on pretty good in a little bit. I'm gonna let that do its thing for a little bit. Go check on Jimmy, and once this fire, I get a lot burned up, I'm gonna get back down in there and saw cut a couple more trees down through there. Yeah, probably two more of them bigger trees right there. I'm about ready to tear this pool out. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so we are going to start back stacking this fire up. Burned down really good. Me and Jimmy's been all over the country this morning trying to get parts for that dump truck. He's gone back after them. They were supposed to be, we ordered them from O'Reilly's and they said they'd be here this afternoon, so he's headed to get them. I hope it's going to fit. It should. I've got a little bit of a hump right here I need to knock down. On that stump. I hate setting stumps on it, even though they need to be, they take the longest to burn, but it seems like that's just messes the piles all up. It messes the fire all up. Bigger logs put in here now. I had several in there, but it's finally getting hot enough to burn some of the bigger stuff. Tempted to bring that dozer in here and try to level some of this ground up. Don't look like it on camera, but it's knocking and slamming back and forth. Makes it a real pain sometimes. Wait on that one. And this one. stuff on the ground over here. Be careful not to fall off in the hole there. Just time lapse the rest of this, or it's gonna take a minute to get all this on there. Try to clean up as much of this as I can, even though a lot of this, well, all of it really is gonna get shoved off in the hole. But the more I can get it burned, the better. Less to actually rot out and settle. It should be fine. For a better day to burn though. Wind ain't blowing, and when it does, it's blowing, or it was blowing back towards the woods instead of towards the house. I about got it all on there. She is rolling hot. Don't get up. I got it. You know, I got a lot burned today. Would have got a lot more than that if I hadn't been digging off with the dump truck, but that'll give me enough to get it back going tomorrow and then start taking down the last of the trees there.